Hey, what's up YouTube? In this video, I'll be showing you how to make a modern swimming pool. If you managed to see where I was hiding in the intro, let me know down below in the description. The white concrete grid on the screen represents the amount of space required to make your pool. Feel free to make this grid in your world if you do feel as though it will help you out. Please also mark down the starting position by following the instructions on the screen. All of this is very important if you plan on building this amongst other builds in a city, or if you just want it to look a particular way. And here are all of the materials that we will use throughout the build. Please do make sure that you have access to all of these. Begin by placing a blue concrete on top of the previously designated starting position. And extend the concrete to the right by 40. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40. We then want to extend that 40th block backwards by 32. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32. And then we want to extend that 32nd block all the way across, and we want to join it all the way back to where we very first started, so all the way back over there. And this is pretty much a simple outline of our pool. So we should have a big, giant, rectangular shape like this. So the next thing that we are going to do is come all the way to the bottom front right-hand corner of the pool. We want to, left of this blue concrete corner, destroy the 5 blocks to the left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like this. We then want to come inside here, and we want to take this 6th block, and from here we are going to place a smooth quartz block on the inside of it, followed by a smooth quartz stair. We then want to dig 2 blocks in the ground and replace them with white concrete. 1, 2. We then want to place a smooth quartz block, dig 2 more rows in the ground, 1, 2, and place smooth quartz stairs in those 2 empty spaces. We then want to dig a row of 17 going right and replace it using smooth quartz. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. And let's just place the smooth quartz in here, just like that. Then on the end of this, we are going to dig 2 more rows and place smooth quartz stairs in here, followed by another row, and we want to destroy that block and place a smooth quartz. And then we're going to dig 2 more rows in the ground and place 2 white concrete. And then finally, a smooth quartz stair on the end of that and a smooth quartz block to join together. So the end result should look like this. It should look nice and balanced. And the next part is really easy. We want to take the 2 end smooth quartz blocks and we want to extend them over in that direction in the ground by 24. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. And we don't have to count out that other row. We can just dig across here and we can line up with the other end of the pool. A little difficult to see because we've got a bunch of white blocks over here, but there we go, we have managed to do it. So this is the outline for the pool. We have also added in a little bit of framework for the stand areas as well. It's funny that the stand areas are for seating, and this is what we should have so far. And believe it or not, this is actually a pretty decent chunk of this made already. This is a lot of the inside laid out. So the next thing that we want to do is come all the way over to the end of the pool, and we'll start on the right side here. And from this corner block, we want to move backwards 1, 2, 3, and then we want to move to the left by 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Place a yellow concrete and one in front like this. We then want to leave a gap of 5, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then we want to place 1, 2, 3 white concrete. So this is starting from the back of the yellow concrete, like so. We then want to leave another gap of 5, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then we want to place 1 blue concrete and then extend forward. So we should have something which should look like this, and we should have 3 evenly placed areas. So these are all different sized diving boards. The yellow concrete is 2 rows high, the blue concrete is 1 row high, and the white concrete, first of all, we want to extend the white concretes another row forwards, and then we want to add 11 rows on top. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and, well, we just want to extend every single one of these up by 11 as well, which will take a little bit of time. So the center tower here is going to have 3 different levels, and it's going to kind of be what I would call the centerpiece of the pool. So that is looking pretty good so far. So with these smaller diving boards, we want to extend some smooth quartz slabs from the top of the front here. So we're going to place 1, 2, 3 smooth quartz slabs so that we are overlapping into the pool. And with this one here, 1, 2, 3 as well. We could even extend it if we like, but I think that that is pretty okay. So with the center one, it's a little bit different. So we need to add a bunch of stairs to this. So if we start in the back right corner here, and we place a smooth quartz stair, and then we want to place smooth quartz stairs extending upwards along the back here, and then we'll wrap around a smooth quartz slab, and the slab will extend forwards towards the pool, and we'll have it overhang the pool by 2 rows, so just like this, right? We need to be able to get up onto the next level of our diving board, diving stand, diving frame. I don't really know what to call this, but we are going to place a smooth quartz slab here, and then we're just going to have a series of smooth quartz stairs that lead all the way up. And we then want to place a smooth quartz slab on the end, and then this will extend forwards like this, and I want it to overhang the previous level of diving board just by 1, like this, right? So that's perfect. The next thing that we're going to do is add another set of stairs leading up the back here. So just so that we can kind of get a good grasp of this, we're just zigzagging up the back here, and this is the final level, by the way. So we're going to place a row of smooth quartz slabs. This is going to stick out the furthest just by 1 row. We're going to actually double up on the row also, and we're going to place some iron bars along the side. So the iron bars will probably come out maybe about just 1 row away from the very end here. So that's looking pretty good. I'm very happy with that. So something that I want to lay out whilst we are back here, and I don't want to forget about this either, so I'm just going to get rid of the iron bars for a second and grab warped fence gate. And I want to place warped fence gate on the 2 lower diving boards like this, and they just want to go like right towards the front of the colourful part of the board. I'm realising that we should have ladders as well. That's something that I forgot. I do apologise, but ladders we're just going to place. We only really need it for that diving board in particular, and then this one if you like as well, but you can just jump up on this one anyway, so it's not a big deal. Along the back here, we want to use light blue concrete, and we are going to place light blue concrete as a backdrop on this end of the pool, and we're going to start in the corner, and we want to have a row of 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 extending inwards. We then, in front of and to the right of this, want to place 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 like that, right? And we want to do the same thing extending inwards from this other side. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 from the corner, in front of and to the left, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then finally, we want to join them together in the center like this. So we'll have this sort of shape. That is absolutely perfect. And whilst that doesn't look like much at the moment, that will become very, very important later on, and it will all come together rather nicely. Trust me. So now that we have done that, we are going to make these stands, which, once again, I want to point out, are for seating. So, the stands are for sitting. I don't know why that's making me chuckle in my head, but we need smooth quartz block, smooth quartz stair. We need a bunch of colours, so we'll go orange concrete, lime concrete, purple, then yellow, red, light blue. So, also, by the way, I am considering making this backdrop here cyan concrete instead, because it's kind of like a shade that we haven't used already. So that might be good. It's either that or we use cyan in these stands, just so that we're not reusing the same shade of blue all the time. But it doesn't really matter. I mean, you can just keep reusing it, or you can chop and change it. It's up to you. Cyan and light blue are, I mean, they're so close anyway. But regardless, the stands. The stands are on both sides of the pool here, and they work out like this. So, extending from the smooth quartz, we want to place 3 orange concrete, 1, 2, 3, smooth quartz block. 3 lime, 1, 2, 3, smooth quartz block. 3 purple, 1, 2, 3, smooth quartz block. 3 yellow, 1, 2, 3, smooth quartz block. 3 red, 1, 2, 3, smooth quartz block. And then finally 3 either light blue or cyan, 1, 2, 3, smooth quartz block. And you will find that that lines up here with the edge of the pool. So nice and simple. Then we want to place smooth quartz stairs in front of and on top of the smooth quartz blocks. We then want to place the corresponding colour of concrete between all of these smooth quartz and also on top of these smooth quartz as well. So as simple as that really. And these will all join together rather nicely, and that is absolutely perfect. Nice. So what we then want to do is come all the way over onto this opposite side and do the same thing. So all the way over here, from the smooth quartz, 1, 2, 3 orange, smooth quartz block, then 1, 2, 3 lime, smooth quartz, 1, 2, 3 purple, smooth quartz, 1, 2, 3 yellow, smooth quartz, 1, 2, 3 red, smooth quartz, and then 1, 2, 3 light blue, smooth quartz. And then of course we place all of the stairs, we extend all of those out, and then we are able to add some more details to our swimming pool. And we don't have too many more of them to add. So it's going to be really, really simple, guys, once we have done this. Once we have the stands, we've got the pool laid out, we've got all of the diving boards, we've got the feature at the back wall here laid out as well. Well, what are we going to do with this side of the pool? Well, first of all, I actually want to lay out that we have some iron bars left and right of the actual stairs to climb in and out of the pool. We're just going to have some iron bars. But along this back wall, we have a little bit more as well. So, along this back wall, we want to line up with the edge of the pool. And we want to extend from the edge of the pool to the wall and place 1, 2, 3 blue concretes extending forwards like this, right? And we want to do this on the opposite side. So where we have the iron bar, we line up, we want to leave a gap of 1, 2, and then 1, 2, 3 extending from the wall. These want to be 3 rows high in total, like this. So 1, 2, there we go, perfect. We're going to connect the blue concrete together behind. So we're going to raise up part of the structure of the wall here just to make it a little bit easier. So we want this to be 3 rows high in total. So we have like this nice corner of blue concrete, this kind of like horseshoe shape, a really, really long horseshoe, but you guys get the idea. Then in the ground, on the left and right side, extending towards the center, we want to dig 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we want to do this on both sides, but we'll do this on this side first. And we want to replace most of this using block of iron, but along the back, every other block, we want to place a drain, which is going to be an iron trapdoor. But I'm just going to destroy all of the dirt and then place it. There we go, just so that it looks a little bit better. And above these on the wall, we're going to leave a gap of 1, and we're going to place, above the drains, a lever. We might even make them a little bit higher like this. So that's perfect. And you can kind of use your imagination for these. Like, is it a shower head? Is it actually to, like, set things going? It's up to you. So from here, we just want to place blue concrete on the end of this. The blue concrete wants to be 3 rows high like so. And we're just going to apply this detail to the right side as well. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We'll dig out all of this. We'll just destroy this entire back area here with blue concrete, replace that, and then we will build the drains into the wall this time. Perfect. There we go, so we can then place the iron trap doors every other block. Row of 7, every other block along this back wall wants to have an iron trap door. Levers above them, pointing down. There we go, perfect. On the other end of this, we want to have a 3-row high blue concrete wall, and we are also going to destroy... I don't know whether to refloor this now because I want to place the stairs, or the doors I should say. So I'm just going to make the inside of the changing rooms. We'll make them a bit different. We'll make them chisel... I don't want to make them chisel quartz actually. I think that we'll use white concrete just to keep everything a bit more homogeneous. So we will make the inside of the changing rooms white concrete. We will add a barrier in between them, so this is right in the middle. This is a row of 3 high blue concrete. We'll add doors to the left sides of the 2 empty spaces. This is on both the left and the right, and we will place blue concrete next to the doors built up like so. And then in the little corner here, we'll place 2 upside down smooth quartz stairs with a chest in the end and a tripwire hook above it. So just as a little bit of storage, this is where one would get changed to use the pool. So we have showers, we have a place to get changed, we have somewhere to sit, we have somewhere to swim, and we have somewhere to dive. That is pretty good. So with the majority of the detail made inside of our pool, we can now move towards the outside a little bit before we have a bunch of filling in to do. So here we need to make a bit of the entrance. We want to dig 2 rows in the ground extending forwards from the ends of these blue concretes here, and we're going to place 2 sea lanterns in the ground and then blue concretes on the end and extend the blue concretes up by 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And we're going to join the top 2 rows of blue concrete together and the top 2 rows of blue concrete backwards and down back to the actual swimming pool frame like this. And we can just fill the top of this in using blue concrete. Feel free to mix a bit of sea lanterns in there if you like as well. But this is the end result. So we're then going to place glass on the left and right side of this, just connecting the 2 rows of blue concrete together. We're then going to add glass inside of the actual entranceway here, with glass pane inside of the glass block, and then my usual sort of decoration is to place end rods suspended from the ground to look like door handles in the middle of the glass area. And we will just leave it like that, so that looks pretty good. Now, in front of and to the left of the blue concrete here, the corner entrance will place a black stone wall, 1 on top, and then we will actually need that again, so let's get rid of this. So, on top of the black stone wall, white concrete, and then extend left by 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We're going to add another row on top, just like so, and then we'll extend the ends down using black stone wall, like this. Then in front of this side, we want to place Lily of the Valley or any flower that you like, and then in front of that, brick slabs, just like this. That's perfect. So the idea here is that from the brick slabs, we will dig all the way to the right. We'll place smooth stone inside the boundary here. Then the smooth stone will extend backwards, and it will kind of join back to the entrance here as well. The smooth stone will kind of like also sit around, like it will kind of just sit around the sign, and we actually want to have a couple of rows of smooth stone that that just kind of like sit in front of the building, because we're going to have a car park. So we'll just extend this all the way over like this, and just to kind of like display, I just want to add this bit of path in here because it'll help us to frame this a little bit better in a bit. So just a couple of rows of smooth stone, built like a path. This path actually, we would have to like burst through the sign or the glass to actually get into the entrance here. It's a little bit more decorative, but I do like how everything is laid out currently. So let's just take a look. There we go, that's looking pretty good. So we've got a little bit of path laid out there. Also, in front of this little area here, we want to have a row of andesite that extends out from the brick slabs here. So a row of andesite, and then this andesite will kind of like box in to the smooth stone that we have just like this. So perfect. So we'll have like a rectangle of andesite. Then to the left of this, we're going to grab yellow concrete and grey concrete, and we are going to, from the edge here, yellow concrete and then 3 grey, extending left, 1, 2, 3. Yellow concrete, 3 grey. Yellow concrete, 3 grey. And we're going to keep repeating this pattern right here until it reaches a natural end. And we're basically just lining up some car parking spaces. So there we go, that's a nice natural end for them, and we'll extend this yellow concrete all the way back. We will box this in. There we go, nice. And all we'll do to make this just look a little bit nicer later on is we will just place some leaves around this and around the entire build really, and that will just look pretty cool like that. We'll also add some hedge around the outside of the actual pool as well, and we'll add some trees, but that's all like really easy stuff to do, and we have some more technical things to do at the moment, which is the sign. So the sign is made using a loom, white banners, white dye, and black dye. Let's begin by placing a loom on the ground, open it up, place a white banner in there, and let's make our first letter. We're literally just going to write swimming, because it kind of like it covers a whole bunch of different kinds of pools with that. So we're going to have a horizontal row of black along the top of the banner, horizontal row across the bottom, diagonal top left corner to bottom right corner. That is our first letter S. Next will be W. So for W, we need the triangle at the bottom of the banner. Place white dye in there. We then need the bunch of little triangles at the bottom of the banner. Put black dye back in there, and then we want a vertical row of black on the left and right side of the banner. W. Next is I. That's a vertical row of black straight up the middle of the banner. Next is M. This is the reverse of W. So a triangle at the top of the banner, white dye in there, bunch of triangles at the top of the banner, put black dye in there, vertical row of black on the left and the right, M. So then we would need another M, but we already have it, and then we would need an I, but we already have it, so we're going to make N instead. So vertical row of black on the left and right, and a diagonal row top left corner to bottom right corner. Last but not least, we need G, so that's a vertical row of black on the right side, white dye in there. We want to make the top half of the banner white, black dye in there, horizontal row of black across the bottom, vertical on the left, horizontal across the top, and we have G. So we literally just want to write swimming in the sign. I know you could just write swim, you could write pool, there's a bunch of different things, like people call these different things, like in the UK, like you'd probably call this like a swimming bath or swimming baths, but some people will call them like, just swimming pools and like swimming centers, and like there's so many different things. So I think if we just write swimming, SWIMMING, then we have a good compromise, I think. So, ladies and gentlemen, we have reached a point in the tutorial where we just have a bunch of really time-consuming, tedious, yet really easy stuff to do. So, here's a time-lapse of me doing all of those things and describing to you exactly how you will achieve this yourself. But you can also just watch the video too. First things first, we are going to dig the path in front of the swimming pool. We're going to dig it out and replace it using andesite. Next, we have to dig out the car park and replace the destroyed blocks with either yellow concrete or grey concrete leading back towards the building. We're going to place some fake trees as well in front of the swimming pool, and we are also going to destroy the area inside of the entrance, replace it with smooth stone, and we also have to add some hedging outside as well. That's going to lead up the right side of the swimming pool building. Once all of that has been complete, we are going to dig out the entire inside of the swimming pool building. First of all, everywhere but the pool. Everywhere but the pool, the floor wants to be made out of white concrete, so that's really easy to do. The pool itself, first we're going to dig down about 4 rows. We will extend underneath the smooth quartz blocks. We will extend those rows down to the ground. The side of the pool is going to be made using smooth quartz. However, the bottom of the pool, we are going to place rows of blue concrete extending from the diving boards, the 2 on the side, and 1 row extending from the middle of the center diving board. This will divide the pool up into 3. Then we want to make the rest of the bottom of the pool chiseled quartz. Once that has been complete, we have to raise up the walls of our swimming pool. So this is really simple as well. We want to have, in total, 5 rows of blue concrete extending up from the ground for the base of our swimming pool. So this is all the way up to the top of the entrance that we've already built anyway. Then we want at least 9 rows of glass above that. Once you have added 9 rows of glass on top of your 5 rows of blue concrete, I would recommend extending the cyan concrete up that we have behind all of the diving boards. Raise that up until it is 1 row below the glass that you've placed. Once all of that has been filled in, raised up, fill the top of the swimming pool, the entire building, in using glass, and once that has been complete, we just have a couple of things left to do outside, so I decided to add a hedge all the way around the perimeter of the building, the left back side, and then I decided that I also wanted to make the right side, I wanted to make it lime terracotta instead of grass. And that's it, that is all you have to do. That sounds like a lot, but it's actually really simple. It just takes a while. Thank you so much for watching. I do hope that you have enjoyed this video. Please do remember to like and subscribe. Click that little bell next to the subscription button. That'll ensure that you get all my videos sent directly to your sub box. And if you would like to make anything else by me, check out the description below and anything that you see suggested by YouTube in the sidebar. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. I hope to see you in the next one. Goodbye.